I spent 3.5 years in the Navy learning a lot of and experiencing a lot of the new techniques, the new what's going on in this world.
New technology that other people weren't exposed to?
Yeah, I mean, like low frequencies, you can they travel all over the world. And the high frequencies, they go into space more, and then they come back. It's a base for all the televisions and everything that we have now today. It gives you a better understanding of how TV works and how communications and everything else works.
Right. That's interesting.
I didn't realize, how much knowledge I've accumulated in the Navy. And afterwards, also working for years, I learned a lot from being with Roy Scholl, who was an MIT graduate. I used to pick his brain, to learn everything I could from him. And when I've done, I put the guitars on the map, and the guitars were not acceptable. Anybody played guitar, they were looked at as a hillbilly. So I brought the guitars into Keene where it was more acceptable than the Nash way. And I exposed the guitar and country music in the Keene area. I was one of the founders, I was one of the first to push country music and guitar music into that area.
You had the first music store in Keene, right? You had the first music store in Keene, didn't you?
Yeah, the first music store. I didn't even know what a guitar was,
Right.
So I brought the guitar, and everybody got on the bandwagon. And first thing I knew, I had all kinds of competition. Because they were jealous of what I was accomplishing.
They had more schooling, too.
Even Ernie Lake and my neighbor, they all went into the music, teaching music and selling. I built up competition, and first thing I knew, it took off. But I got it started.
It's interesting.
So I was kind of like a pioneer.
Yeah, you were.
Of country music.
Yeah. And you used to go to Lone Star Ranch every Sunday, almost every Sunday in the summer.
Yeah.
We met a lot of stars that were in the movies. I see a lot of country stars in the various movies of minor cowboys, ones that weren't quite as popular as Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, but the Rango Kid movies had Smiley Burnett, and he had a lot of music that we were exposed to at Lone Star Ranch when we were going there. Whatever happened?
Well, I've made a dent in the history. I've done something that progress.
You've left a footprint on the planet. You have left a footprint on the planet, Dad.
Yeah, I've done accomplished something in this.
You had contact. You've been out in the world living, and when you go out in the world living and meeting people, you influence them with your ideas and A lot of times it's little small things that grow into something uh, universal because everybody feels the way you do about something and it grows.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, that's interesting. I'd like to hear about the days at Lone Star Ranch. How'd you ever get involved with Lone Star Ranch and going over there?
Well, Buzz Whitaker, well, this is Buzz Whitaker even. Bob Bell, not Bob Bell, Baron started, they had three or four owners over there that started the Lone Star Ranch. And I was, as soon as I heard that, I was pushing it and I was talking to everybody about it and promoting it and bragging about it and working with them. And you know, I was one of the help make country music more popular. And I said, well, I just...
Because you were doing that on the weekends at the same time you had your music store on Armory Street.
Yeah, at the music store, I was playing nights in Providence, Massachusetts, and I was busy doing a lot of music. I did
Really?
what I love.
That's right.
Yeah, I was playing 1, 2, 3 nights a week in Massachusetts, sometimes more. Then I would go to the ranches on Sunday. If there was an Old Star Ranch, it'd be the Wagon Wheel Ranch in Massachusetts or some in Maine or some in all around, you know.
Right.
And I was also, Hank didn't have no car. So I used to go to Nashville and pick him up on Friday. Or Saturday, I don't remember exactly. But anyway, I used to pick him up, put up with him, take care of him and his wife and his family, and bring him with me. And when we made $100, I gave him half of it. And I was taking advantage of when I wanted to do it. I wanted to. I didn't do it for the money. I did it.
I get it. You did it because you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I remember Hank coming over to our house when you had to practice. I remember when Hank came over to our house when you were practicing.
Yeah. Music was a big part of my life, yeah.
I'd say it was like all your life.
Yeah. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. I had 2, 3 different ways of promoting music.
Right. And then, that's too bad because that's the thing. I know we have these book of bums and these family reunions every year, but, the family really, they don't really know that side of you. That's the musician, that's the entertainer, that has all these years. I think, I've seen that side because I've worked with you from the time I was 4. And I seen how you operate. I seen what you say and what you do, and I can tell, you're a different person in front of all those people than you are with your family. Because you're in a state of love all the time that you're with people and you're in a good mood and you're happy. And it seems like when you're with your family, it becomes a competition where you're trying to show them how much fun you're having, and they just don't get it. And they never would, Dad. They never did. But I do.
Yeah, my brothers and sisters didn't really care for that music except Lionel. Lionel.
Yeah, oh, Uncle Lionel liked any kind of music because he played his harmonica.
Yeah, yeah. And, well, Claude accepted it a little bit. Uncle Bob did a little bit.
Yeah, Uncle Bob tried to play banjo. He always wanted to play banjo.
Yeah, the girls didn't care for it. And Romeo and Silvio, well, they were,
They were singers.
huh?
They liked to sing. My Uncle Silvio did anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Silvio had a good voice, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. Boy, it's hard to believe that was like so long ago.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've lived a long time.
1920?
Yeah. That's before the horse and buggy days. We didn't even have electricity when I was living on East Olive Street. We had gas lights and before that we had kerosene lamps, yeah. And your mother didn't have electricity in her home. Boy, no, they had kerosene lamps over there.
No wonder I was cold when I was born.
Huh?
No wonder I was cold when I was born.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, I was born in the summer, but I wasn't used to the cold, and when winter came along, I really didn't like cold.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when I got out of the Navy, we moved on Wilford Street there. It was just me, your mother, and you. We stayed there for about 3 months until I bought the place on Armory Street. Then we moved on Armory Street, rented the upstairs, then I fixed the upstairs room as another apartment. Then I changed the coal burning furnace into a oil burning furnace, and closed up the. I was busy always doing something to do, make things better.
Yep. That's how you get ahead, Dad.
Yeah. I was always busy trying to figure out what to do next or what to do to make things better.
Yep. Yeah, I'm glad to say that you passed that down in your genetics. I feel the same way. My kids are the same way. It's
Peter has done pretty well too.
Oh yeah.
He's picked up a lot of my knowledge on repairing and servicing. He's pretty good carpenter, pretty good,
He picked up a lot of the things that I didn't pick up, and I picked up the things that he didn't pick up. So, together, I think, you left a pretty good combination between Peter and I of you.
You picked up the music, more or less, and Peter picked up the knowledge to make a good living.
Yep. Well, it all works out. Everything happens for a reason, and I think
we do what we can at the time, as it's needed,
I think the most important thing is to just keep yourself in a state of happiness, and that's one thing you taught me, that it's all a state of mind. Be happy.
So what you going to do for the next couple of days